Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by a fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
So next one is, let's speak on the opening of the UAE economy. Okay, this is what I got from a reader, which, like many others. Hi Loy, how are you? I hope everything is fine. By the way, I've heard that UAE is easing its restrictions after April 24th. Now it is for Ramadan, and what's a real scene? Any idea? And it also seems for the next week they're going to open up malls, and Dubai Metro is also resuming. Like, I don't know if they've lost their minds or not, Loy. Is it just meaningless? Everyday cases are rising and they're trying to do all this shit. Okay, I'll give you my thoughts. Now, if you see my previous videos, I told you that the lockdown will continue for another 3 more months. Okay, but as for the update that was sent to me by one of the guys that was involved in the business meeting, what is happening is UAE is dependent on, it doesn't, its main revenue model, at least Dubai, its main revenue model is not petrol, it's not oil, it is tourism. And by tourism, it's not just tourism, it is the business, it's a business hub, as you know it. Now, if you close the malls, if you close all business outlets, nobody's going to buy anything. And if nobody's going to buy anything, businesses are going to shut down. As of now, let me tell you, quite a number of them have lost their businesses, have had massive losses, and they have cut down their salaries of staff. They have terminated people. In fact, later on, I'll be sharing with you a couple of emails and messages. People who are in India who can't come back to UAE have been told, you're terminated, your services are no longer required. And these people have loans. They have loans in UAE. So what do you do? So it's like a domino effect. Everyone's losing. So UAE cannot survive. Let's be honest. UAE cannot survive. Not only UAE, no country can survive. See the mess that is happening in UAE. Here in Thailand, you don't have any tourists. So many people have shut down their shops. And the bigger question is, now you shut down your shop. You can't go back to your country. You can't do anything. What do you do? There are, in fact, today I got this news that there are British tourists who have come here, and they were living paycheck to paycheck. As soon as the borders closed down, they did not go back. I don't know why. And now they did not go back. Their employer said, I'm sorry, I'm not going to pay you if you're not here to work. And now they can't travel. So they are imagine they are in Thailand with no money, penniless. The employer is not sending them any money. They are literally begging. I'm not joking. You'll see foreigners, Europeans, Americans begging for food from Thai people, which is supposed to be a third world country. They are asking for free food. Give me free food. Look at the condition. Okay. So countries cannot survive. They just cannot. Nobody can. Okay. Anyone who depends on a salaried income, if you work, you get your salary. You don't work, you don't get paid. So UAE knows it cannot survive. That is why it has opened, to bring a sense of normalcy. Now, do I recommend that? Absolutely. I totally support UAE for this. Why? Because how can you survive? How can you survive if you don't work, you don't earn, you can't pay your bills? Because the rent you have to pay, electricity you have to pay, you have to buy food. You need to have some money, right? Now, if you are a person who has saved money or saved your salary over the years, fine, you don't have to worry. But people who are living, paycheck to paycheck, how will they survive? So UAE has to open it. Now, having said that, I would say that it is very dangerous. It is very, very dangerous. It's not like it's dangerous if people do not follow rules. Let's say someone doesn't wash their hands or doesn't use sanitizer, and that one person can infect up to 60 people. Okay, keep that in mind. See, as of now, if you check I don't have the latest today's update, but every day UAE is putting up posts, which I have to applaud them. They're being very transparent that 400 people got infected or 500 people got infected. And the reason they're putting this is to make people aware that this risk is very real. Don't run away from your responsibility. So every day they mention 400 people are getting sick or 500 people are getting sick. And 20 deaths or 5 deaths or 2 deaths, and also the recoveries. Okay. So now, without opening the metro, without opening the malls, without opening, people can walk around freely, still people are dying and still people are getting sick. Now, after opening, what's going to happen? My gut feeling says you need to open. Number one is you need to open, no questions asked. But number two is, after you open, I can assure you that there will be a slight, not massive, slight spike in the number of people who will get infected and deaths. I'll give you another problem that they have with their so-called testing, which they're doing. Let's say there are 10 people. Let's assume there are 10 people. And you test all of them, okay? All of them are tested. Nobody has a virus. But let's assume, you remember, they say in some cases it's asymptomatic, or I can't get the right word. But let's assume they test 1, 2, 3, 4. And then as they're finishing testing these 5, this guy gets infected. And then this guy gets infected. So they've finished all this and they're finished here. They'll say, oh, we finished testing all 10. But then these 2 guys got infected in between. So now this guy can infect this guy infect this guy, then he'll go again. So unless you keep some kind of rampant test frequency, there's always a risk a person who has been tested can get sick again. So, there are so many questions to ask. But having said that, I would say that UAE needs to open its business. Okay, there are plenty of guidelines and protocols, plenty of documents I've been receiving. And I would say UAE is doing a good job. They need to open it. Okay. I have the report on April 21st. On April 21st, it seems 483 people got infected. As of now, this is April 22nd. Okay, April 22nd on the Wikipedia page. They say the total number of confirmed people who got infected, 8,756, which is really low. I'll tell you that for 9 million population, it's very low. Recovered is 1,000. So for every 8 people who get infected, 1 recovery takes place. And deaths is 56, which is still very, very low. Okay. So is there something you need to be panicky about? No. But should you be cautious? Absolutely, yes. Some tips that I'll give you is take a hand sanitizer with you in your bag. Make sure that you put the face mask on. Please listen to the rules and regulations by UAE. There's a Gulf News article which states all that we need to know. Go through it, make a checklist. And please, when you go for shopping, go alone. You don't need to take your children. You don't need to take your wife, unless, of course, you're really bored in the house. Then, go for a drive. That is if your baby is really very, very small, but go for a drive. Don't go into the shopping mall. Follow their guidelines. There's plenty of rules that they've given. I don't want to go through it. Please read that article. And yes, they need to open up to bring a sense of normalcy, because you cannot stay locked up in your house forever. But you let me know your thoughts. Is it recommended or not?